They said the Rams were done. They said the window was closed. And yet here we are again with chaos, controversy, and a very real road to the top of the NFC unfolding right in front of us. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we've got a packed slate of Rams news that could seriously reshape the rest of the season. A key position coach is out the door. The Rams suddenly have a realistic path to the NFC's #1 seed. Puka Nacua finds himself in hot water with the league, and there are ripple effects from all of it that fans need to understand right now. Let's start with the biggest shocker of the week. The Rams have fired a key position coach. According to reports around the league, this wasn't a move that came out of nowhere internally, but it definitely caught fans by surprise. When a coaching change happens during the season, especially at a position level, it usually signals one of two things. Either performance has fallen well below expectations, or the team believes a course correction is needed immediately to salvage something bigger. This decision tells us a lot about where the Rams think they are right now. This isn't a rebuilding team experimenting for the future. This is a team that believes it can win now. Coaches don't get let go midstream unless the front office and head coach think the margins matter. One missed assignment, one stalled unit, one trend going in the wrong direction can be the difference between hosting playoff games and watching them from home. What's important here is not just who's gone, but what happens next. Expect more responsibility for veteran players in that position group, more simplified game plans in the short term, and a clear message from the coaching staff. Accountability is non-negotiable. The Rams have built their identity on stars doing their jobs and role players stepping up when it matters. This move reinforces that standard. Now let's talk about why the urgency is so high. Because the Rams' path to the NFC's #1 seed is no longer a fantasy. A few weeks ago, even optimistic fans would have laughed at that idea. But the NFC is wide open. Top teams have stumbled, conference records are tightening, and tiebreakers are starting to matter. The Rams, quietly, have positioned themselves right in the middle of that conversation. Here's how it becomes realistic. First, the Rams control more of their destiny than people think. Key conference wins mean they stack up well in tiebreak scenarios. Second, several teams above them still have brutal stretches ahead, including divisional matchups that guarantee losses for someone. Third, the Rams are peaking at the right time. Offensively, they're more balanced. Defensively, they're faster and more disciplined than earlier in the year. The #1 seed isn't just about bragging rights. It's about home field advantage, rest, and forcing other teams to come to your environment. For a Rams team that thrives on rhythm and preparation, that bye week could be massive. It's the difference between a Super Bowl run and an early exit. But none of that happens without discipline, which brings us to Puka Nacua. Puka has been one of the league's most electric players, not just for the Rams, but across the entire NFL. His effort, physicality, and edge are part of what makes him special. That same edge, however, is what landed him a fine from the league. The fine itself isn't about the money. Players at this level expect that. What matters is the message. The league is watching. Defenses are watching. Officials are watching. When you're a breakout star, you don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. The Rams love Puka's fire. They don't want to take that away, but there's a fine line between playing with an edge and giving opponents free yards or momentum. In playoff football especially, those moments can swing games. This is part of Puka's growth. Every great receiver goes through it. Learning how to dominate while staying within the lines is what separates stars from legends. Expect the coaching staff to address it internally, not by pulling him back, but by channeling that intensity smarter. All of these storylines connect. A fired coach signals urgency. A potential #1 seed creates pressure. A find star reminds everyone that details matter. The Rams are operating in win-now mode, whether the rest of the league is ready to admit it or not. And here's the part that should excite fans the most. This team still feels like it's ascending. They're not playing perfect football. They're not healthy everywhere. They're not getting universal respect, but they're dangerous. Veteran leadership from the quarterback room, emerging stars on offense, and a defense that's learning how to close games is a combination nobody wants to see in January. Add in a coaching staff willing to make tough decisions, and you have the blueprint of a serious contender. The next few weeks will tell us everything. How the players respond to the coaching change, whether Puka adjusts without losing his edge, and whether the Rams take advantage when other NFC teams blink. Because the door is open, not cracked, open. And if the Rams walk through it, the narrative around this franchise changes overnight. So buckle up. This season is far from over, and if these moves are any indication, the Rams aren't just along for the ride. They're aiming for the driver's seat. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more Rams news, updates, and real talk without the fluff, make sure you stay locked in. The road to the playoffs is heating up, and we'll be here for every twist, every move, and every moment that matters.